Excellent. Let's wait one more minute.
Okay.
Now, we usually have a couple of guests on that show up.
That recording thing is such an invention. It's sort of changed the way minutes are taken, everything, and it's sort of a funny thing.
It is nice. For many years, I used to tape meetings just to help me out with the.
Oh, I know.
It's okay. Here's Nathan Murphy. Now Nathan is. I've just admitted him. Nathan is the chair of the planning board, I think. Good morning, Nathan.
I think you're muted, Nathan. There we go.
Good morning.
Okay, it's 4 after, 4+ after. And if anyone else comes into the meeting, I'll admit them as they come in. We're going to start off by reviewing the agenda. Actually, I think we do the introductions first. So let's do introductions. I can try. I wrote down kind of who's here. Remotely, we have Eric, Dave, and me. I'm remote today. At the town hall, we have Catherine, Tom, John, Gory, Walter, and Howard. And Nathan is our guest so far today. Did I catch everybody?
I think so.
And someone's coming in through their iPhone. We'll find out who that is. I just admitted him. And we'll see who that is.
Bob.
Bob Douglas.
Yeah.
Is that you, Bob?
You're muted, Bob.
Morning.
Okay, so Bob's on his iPhone. I've got him documented as being here remotely. All right, so we're gonna review the agenda next. So here's the review agenda, which is 1 to review the agenda. Then for public comment, review the minutes from our May meeting. We'll talk about committee membership. We have 2 new members. Discussion of the Randall Road maintenance. Update on dam activities. An update on the Lake Wyola Stormwater Erosion Task Force. An update on beaver dam management activities at the Lakeview Culvert, and then any items that we didn't anticipate. All right, so that's the review of the agenda. Any questions?
I think you didn't mention number 9, the wildfire management.
I didn't. Thank you, Tom. Excellent. It's at the bottom of the page, and I missed it. All right. Okay. Thank you. Let's open the floor for public comment.
Not a public comment, but I wondered, does this committee elect every fiscal year chairman?
We haven't been because I don't think anybody else wanted the job, but we could certainly have a vote on it.
I didn't know. Every committee I know in July that I know of, I think, just does a formal appointment of the chair by the committee. I'll nominate you if it helps.
Can we do that without having it on the agenda? I guess we could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's informal.
Okay.
Nathan has a question.
I was just gonna try and say public comment if you're moving on to the next item or not.
We can do it either. Well, we're a pretty casual group here, and so
That's fair enough.
yeah, let's go with since you're on. Let's go with your public comment, Nate.
Well, I just wanted to chime in and say that we're happy to at the planning board to have, filled the long, standing, vacancy on LWAC. It, speaking more or less, just as the chair, not for the entire body, it seems that there's been, a little bit of, friction with, this particular appointment. And I just wanted to take a moment and, say, I don't fully understand, all things that, may have transpired or whatever, but I hope that, a moment can be taken to kind of, hopefully move forward and, reestablish, kind of a, expectations of, treating everyone treating each other with respect. And, as far as, Tom goes, I think you'll find, that he is, has great attention to detail and is capable of making, good, meaningful contributions to wherever he's working. So I, just wanted to wish the committee, the best of luck and, hopefully, getting a fresh, clean start with, your new appointments today.
Thank you very much. I completely agree.
Thank you.
Any other, I don't think there's any other public comment because there's no one else from the public on it, on the committee. Anybody on the committee want to add a comment? Okay. Thank you, Nathan. So let's go, let's skip the discussion of who's going to chair the committee, and we can do that under committee membership. And let's go back. Let's go on to item 4, which is the review of our May minutes. I sent those out beginning of the week. And did anyone see any corrections that are needed?
I looked at them, they were fine. I'll make a motion to accept them.
Second,
Right, so we should have a roll call vote here. Get my right paper out here. So Eric,
uh,
we
Yes.
vote- right. Dave,
Aye.
Mark, as I, Bob.
I'll abstain.
Right, so that was the remote staff. Locally, we have Tom,
Aye.
Catherine,
Aye.
John,
Aye.
Walter,
Aye.
and Howard.
Aye.
Okay, so the minutes are as they are. I will put those in final form and send them off to Grace, and she'll post them on the website. All right, excellent. So next item on the committee membership is next item is committee membership. Oh, can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm a little farther away from my computer than usual. Sitting in a lazy boy recliner. So if I fall asleep, you'll know why. All right, so under committee membership, I want to welcome Bob and Tom on the committee. Tom is representing the planning board for the first time, I think, ever. And Bob is representing Concom. Welcome to the committee, guys.
can I
Thank
just
you.
ask a question?
Thank you.
Is Walter, and I hope, I don't know what the answer is he representing the EMT position or is he just there? I'm just, Walter, you would know that, I guess.
As far as I know, I'm just here. I have not been approached by the emergency management team to represent them, nor have been in contact with them. After Mark had sent a letter to the select board, who wanted to be on, I think the invitation was sent to Lenny, was he not?
Oh, yeah, I believe so.
Okay, so, no, I when I left as EMT or EMD and fire chief, I had said that technically I'm not shouldn't be on the committee anymore, but it was brought that I should be on as a technical representative, I guess, or whatever, from my historical knowledge of working with the dam and with emergency management till such time as somebody was there to replace me. So,
We
guess
could,
the answer.
we could ask Lenny to appoint you, it doesn't have to be.
Right,
somebody
yeah,
else.
I mean, somebody else should be doing, I shouldn't ask them to appoint me.
Our committee should,
Yeah,
should
yes.
ask him.
Right,
Right, I guess that was my point, is that something should happen so that technically speaking, we should try to live up to the bylaw as much as possible in terms of
Right.
representation.
yeah,
Do you mean the charge when you say the bylaw?
yeah.
Yeah,
not
the
much.
charge.
Okay, I just want to make sure I understood.
Yeah, so I mean, you can ask him if he would be willing to be on and all that as emergency management director, and if not, if he would rather have me as an appointment, which means then I'll have to start, attending the emergency management team meetings, which is okay with me. Yeah, it should come from this committee as to
Right,
what he wants as a representative to this committee.
You would have to attend the EMT meetings too, or?
Yeah, well, if I'm a representative of the emergency management team, I should
I get
probably
it.
show up to their
Yeah,
meetings, so
yeah,
they know
yeah,
what's
I see.
going on here as the
Absolutely,
representative back and
right.
forth.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise, it's futile. It's-
Yeah, yeah,
It's just doing what I want to do.
yeah.
If nobody has any objections, I can send a note to Lenny and ask him for, we're looking for a member from the EMT, and that, if he's not available, Walter is. And let's see where that goes.
okay, thanks.
All right, so that's on my to-do list. All right. Next item on the agenda.
Oh, could I just mention two things about committee membership, please?
Sure. Oh, yeah, go on.
On the website, it appears as though there are 12 slots. But it's only an 11-person committee as far as I read the charge. So I didn't know if we might want to contact someone just to, there's still a vacancy listed on the website, I believe.
Okay.
And if you add up everybody, you end up with 12.
Yeah, we could certainly do that. So that you're saying the website is not up to date.
I think that's probably the easiest way to describe
Yeah,
it.
I
Because
suspect-
there are 11 right now, correct?
Well, if Lenny wants to join, aren't there 12? Now there'll be 12.
Yeah, if you keep me on and he joins, then yes. Then
Is it 11 now?
I,
Walter, John, Howard, Catherine, Tom, Bob, David, Eric, Mark, Terry. Maybe I'm mistaken, I'm sorry. But,
I'll look into it. I will confirm that the website is up to date.
and and Art, so we do have 11 now, I believe, with Art. I forgot about Art King. And then there's that caveat about only, I think, 5 Lake Wyola Association members on the committee.
Yep.
And I did not become a member because of this appointment of the LWA, but I don't know if we know how many of us are LWA members.
Well, I think you're on as a representative of Concom and not a
Planning board.
pardon?
Of the planning, but I mean, the charge has
sorry.
a total members of LWAC shall not exceed like 5 members of LWA. So I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have more than 5 LWA members on the committee.
Well, I think there's nothing from my understanding, that prevents someone from representing Concom, for example, or the planning board being on this committee and still being on LWAC, on the Lake Wyola Association.
Right, but for LWAC, there's a limit of LWA members at 5.
Yeah, but I think in my interpretation, you being an LWA member are not representing LWA. You're representing the Conservation Commission.
The planning
Or the
board.
planning board, I'm sorry.
Let me put it another way. How many of the members on LWAC are LWA members currently? Because there are only supposed to be 5 LWA members on LWAC.
Well, I understand that's your interpretation, but that's not my interpretation.
That's not the way the committee has interpreted it in the past. Let's put it that way.
Oh, because there's a meeting I thought where Catherine talked about that.
But I think
I think it was May or April.
I think the upshot of that meeting was that if you are representing a committee, your LWA membership or not is irrelevant. I think
That's
that-
Oh, I don't
said.
read the charge that way. I just read maximum, number of
I think
LWA
that's how we
members.
decided to interpret that.
Could we get somebody else to interpret it just as a third party perhaps? Because I interpret it differently.
And
Yeah.
who would that person be?
I would
Great.
ask the town administrator for a recommendation to interpret it, but I don't know who it would be.
With the understanding that the committee has functioned that way for how many years, I would think that'd be a fine recommendation.
Yeah, we could also change it so that it wasn't there. If we wanted to do that.
We could do that too. I mean, I haven't paid my dues yet either, Tom.
I mean,
So technically, I'm not
I
a
think
member right now. We could play that game.
I think at the time it was done, it was to not, top load the advisory committee with people that had more interest in the lake than other people, but I think as time has gone by, it's just, you're representing a totally different group of people and realizing that some people are just on a couple different boards and it would interfere with it. So I
Well,
think
how
it's something
many-
that if that is the true interpretation, we should just look at it and say, well, we can change the number of people or just do away with that now. I think originally it was put in there to not top load the group with a special, certain interest group.
Right.
And I don't think that's relevant anymore.
I don't know. That's why I would.
Yeah.
How many of
Yeah,
us are LWA members now?
We just asked the select board to eliminate that part of the charge. I mean, believe the select board has the power to do that. And I suspect we would do that, just guessing. But that might be the easiest way to do it.
That makes sense.
How many are LWA members now?
Let me see.
You might say how many traditionally, because I haven't paid my dues yet, so technically I'm not a member right now.
I just mean, if we took a snapshot in time right now, how many of us are LWA members?
I'm one.
I'm one. That's two.
2, 3,
Who's the third one?
John,
Yep.
Great. Howard, are you?
Howie,
4. I think Terry Smith is probably 1, and Art Keen is probably 1. So we might be over the charge number at this point. So I do think it's worth addressing, and I do think it could be an interest topic. So I just would caution the select board to eliminate it without considering whether it could lead to a conflict of interest, as Walter talked about, like an overtopping of the group with one property owner.
Okay, very good. So I'll send a note to the select board and ask to get on their agenda.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
I think that's a great idea, Mark. And generally speaking, I would only say that there's never enough people to be on the committees of any kind. So if we have a surplus of people, we're very lucky. That's what I would say. But
Agreed.
anyway, we'll put it on the agenda. We'll talk about it. I think that's a great idea, Mark.
Is this an agenda item or is it just something you guys make a determination at?
Would it be
You could
okay if we asked the town council to interpret the charge? Or the question of whether it's a conflict of
It's
interest? to have
okay. I
too
mean,
many
I
of
don't know. I don't know if it's necessary. I don't know what. I don't know. It's certainly fine to do that. It costs money.
Right, but it would also cost money if we were in a conflict of interest because of too many LWA members.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
If
So I'll
we
send-
eliminate, I think the question for the attorney is, can we eliminate it? Can we, the select board, eliminate it? That's the question,
right, and define an LWA member.
right? That's another good question.
Exactly.
You should have been
I
a
haven't paid my
lawyer. You
dues
should have
yet.
been a lawyer.
Right now, I'm not a member. So right now we have 5.
I think we have 6 right now, we said.
I haven't paid my dues. I'm not a member.
Anyway, I don't want to get stuck on
Move
this one.
on.
Yeah, let's move
We're in the
on.
weeds.
And so
Please.
I'll send a note to the select board and we'll see what happens. Right? Is it?
That sounds good.
Okay, good. Let's see, now let's get into the real purpose of our meeting. Let's discuss some of our issues that are ongoing. Um, the first one is item number 6 on the agenda is the Randall Road maintenance. You know, specifically, Howard pointed out that the trees are growing in around the boat ramp, making it a little bit more inaccessible. And the Clivus toilet is not being maintained, or at least the thought is it's not being maintained. I sent a note out to the Concom and to Beth, and haven't heard back from them. So I mean, I was asked Bob if I had missed any discussions and if they had brought it up.
Yeah, Mark, I'm unfamiliar with that Clivis conversation.
Okay, so it probably wasn't discussed at the Concom meeting.
Yeah, I don't believe it was.
Okay, so what's everyone's preference here?
Well, it's probably gonna be discussed at the COMCOM meeting, right?
Pardon?
Is it gonna be discussed at a future Conservation Committee meeting?
Yeah,
Um,
Bob here, if that is the case that it has been sent to Beth, I'm sure she'll put that on an agenda. Following this meeting, I can follow up on that for you.
That'd be great, Bob. I mean,
We would just wait for the results of that conversation, right, Mark?
yep.
Mark, when I was down at Elliott Park one day, I saw somebody coming out of the Clivus toilet, and I asked her if it was gross, and she said, no, it was very nice. So somebody.
Someone's cleaning it.
I
Because it's
didn't
very
know it was
active
gross.
down there at that park. When I go down there in my kayak, it's very busy.
All right, so maybe the Clivus toilet is not an issue, but we should just keep it on the agenda. But really, and so the other issue is just trimming the brush around the boat ramp. And so Bob, if you want to just talk to Beth about that and see if we can get it on the agenda, see if you can get it on the agenda. If Concom doesn't want to do anything, then that's what it is. But it's just we should get a determination.
Yeah, I apologize, Mark. I don't believe I received any of that correspondence. So if you could send it on to me, I'd be delighted to make sure it's on an agenda and commission discusses it.
Okay, thank you very much, Bob.
And find out who's cleaning the toilet. I mean,
Curious.
it's sort of amazing to me, the toilet, we have this clean toilet that we don't even know who cleans it.
I would like to know.
It's a miracle.
Yeah, really.
It's the squirrels.
Okay, great. Any other discussions about the Randall Road maintenance? Okay, good. Let's see. Next item is update on dam activities, and I can start that discussion. The biannual, which is every other year, phase 1 dam inspection was completed on May 20th. Thanks to Howard, who was there to help out and help the engineers from GZA do the inspection. We're expecting the report to be issued by the end of the month, June 30th, I think. And it's my understanding that there was no other new problems identified. Howard, is your understanding?
Yeah, the only thing you really mentioned to me was the weir. You know, we're talking about putting it way out near the brook that leaves the dam there. And he was talking about, he thought it needed to be nearer the dam itself, moving some of those stones and bringing it in closer, because he thought some of the runoff may be coming off the hill. Which I don't know how that makes a difference, but other than if a lot came off the hill, then the weir would show it's, there's a problem. But that's up to them, he was just mentioning it, I don't know if that's what is gonna be their final decision or not.
That's an item that's included in the scope of work for the dam repair that GZA is working on. That's one of the items. We're assuming we get the grant from the Office of Dam Safety to come up with a scope of work. They'll define where they think the weir should be relocated. and we'll get bids found to do it. So far, we haven't heard back on that grant. We did get partial funding from the Community Preservation Committee. And so we're just waiting to hear from the Office of Dam Safety. And hopefully we'll get the money. The other item.
Can I ask
Go
what
on.
a weir is? I've never heard that word, or I don't know if I know that word.
Well, it sits in the water, well, it sits in the marsh there,
Uh-huh,
and it's, all this is a piece of metal comes across, I got a V, and I did cut in the middle. It's
oh,
supposed
okay.
to be set at a certain level, so if that changes, that means
It's
there's more water.
measuring the leakage coming through the
Yeah.
dam.
Cause there was a sluice way
Yeah.
started on one side
Uh-huh,
that they never finished. And that's where the water, there is water leaking around or in through that area, even though it's been closed off. Just a minor amount.
uh-huh.
Just to monitor to
They
see if
wanna-
it changes, if it
Yeah,
starts
if it-
increasing in the amount of
if they-
leakage, then that
yeah.
indicates that there's a problem.
If something happens in the dam, that all of a sudden a lot more water's coming out, then we got a problem.
Uh-huh.
It was installed in such a way that it's too
Well,
low and.
He had, the contractor had problems getting an okay, and he wanted to finish the job, so he said, can't decide where you want it, put it right here, and he like, and it's sitting way down in the water, and he opened the cover, the water's at the top. Which. no,
Basically, it's
you can't
useless.
check.
That's
it,
what okay, so I'm understanding, uh-huh.
But it's sitting there, and it's just, too deep. And it's right close to the dam, it's right next to the riffraff there.
Oh, okay.
And they want it out, we used to have a,
The engineer, for
He made
Morris wanted it further out, where all that water came out into
Yeah.
the stream, back into the stream, that it could monitor all that water. And
and he made one, and I used to have to check it, it never changed. Unless it rained.
Thanks.
Okay, the next item on there is the last item on the dam activity that I'm aware of is the maintenance or the cleaning of the trash rack. I did send a note off to Haley in early June, explaining what the trash rack is. And then it needs to be cleaned. I suggested that she contact Walter or anybody she knows who's willing to dive down and clean it out. I haven't heard back from her. Has anyone else, has any action been taken on that?
the only thing that I know of is I inquired also about whether I could be paid, bill the town as a contractor while also being employed by the town, which can't do it in that way, but I could do it and still bill them, and it would get paid through payroll. So meaning whatever the bill was, they take out pertinent taxes and all that, and like get the balance of that same as if I was working per hour for the town. And I said, okay, so, at the same time, I had asked about, a letter of, for liability issues, they sent a letter,
Indemnification.
indemnification letter before. So I had asked at the same time, is that letter still good, or do I need a new one? Did not get an answer on that, so I inquired one other time, said, when they told me that I could get paid, I said, that's great, but what about the letter of indemnification? Have not heard back from them at all, anyone on that, no response whatsoever. So I can try again, just to make sure. I mean, the only reason I'm holding off from doing it is if they are gonna say I need a new letter, then they need to issue that before I'm going to go and do the work. I'm not gonna put myself in any kind of, liability.
Indemnification.
Yeah, that it's not really worth it, but, and I'm talking about how to break the moment, it's not a big issue because we're just at a kind of a hold steady level.
We need the water.
Yeah, so, the gate is open the minimal amount that it needs to be to meet standards. So it's easily handling the flow even with the blockage. But if anything changes, we'll need to clean that out. I will pursue it a little bit more aggressively to see if they'll answer that question. And I don't even know if it's gotten to the select board on that question or not, but it was posed. And again, I will send another email asking that question again and see where we go from there. And I will include the administrative assistant, town administrator, and the select board in that, so everybody gets it. Maybe we'll get an answer on that then.
Why don't you also include Brennan, the assistant?
Oh, that's what I said. He's the administrative assistant. He was the one I was working through.
Okay,
and
good.
did- from-
Also, I need that, water marker fixed. One up in the hole by the, it's
Quick,
only off by 5 inches.
Really?
Yeah.
I-
Three
it
low or high?
It's up, it happened this winter. I think the ice froze around it. And then the lake filled high with water. We had a heavy rain.
Yeah.
And I think it just drew it up.
Oh.
So it's off by 5. If anybody looks at it today, they're gonna think the lake is down 6 inches or something like that, but it's not. I'm sure it's not. I can't even use it right now.
We discussed that at earlier meetings, and I said that when I get my son's fishing boat in the water, that can get up there into the shallow waters. We could take care of that, and his boat is in the water, so anytime you guys want, if it's appropriate, we can go out by boat and whatever tools you need and make the adjustments.
It's always pretty well.
Well, you have-
Right, yeah,
Yes.
we won't talk about that.
No.
So can I just ask who act, not to go, just to go back to the indemnification letter, who writes that? Who writes the letter? Who's it come
Usually
from?
the select board. I can look at the last one that I got, but I believe it was the select board,
Okay,
or they
Yes.
signed it anyways.
yeah, put it on the agenda, yeah, email your thing to all those people as mentioned and
Okay,
I'll
and
try to follow it
even-
up as
I'll
well.
see if I have the old letter, and I'll send a copy of that too.
That'd be great.
I have it.
Okay, thanks.
And so Howard and Walter, whenever you guys want, we can head upstream and take care of that, the deck monitor.
No.
Does that make sense? Are you guys still willing to help out and to make the adjustments to the I forgot what it's called, but it's a name for it.
Water level indicator, yeah.
Pardon?
I said it's called the water level indicator.
Okay,
Good name for it.
Yes.
If it's working. Well, non-indicator.
Water slant indicator.
so if Walter and Howard just lets me know when you guys want to go up, or unless you have another plan, but I'm totally comfortable in heading up there and seeing what we could do to fix it. Unless somebody else wants to take it the initiative on.
Let's
Yeah,
just
are
go
you
with that.
available
Move
this
on.
afternoon?
What was that?
I said, let's just
Are
go
you
with that.
available
Move
this
on.
All right, good. Just let me know when you guys want to go ahead, want to work on it, and we'll get something scheduled.
Yeah.
Any other comments on the dam or questions on the dam? Okay, good. Moving on to item 8. The Lake Wyola Stormwater Erosion Task Force. I know they're waiting to hear on the status of a rural development grant. But there's also some other activity, and I think I'm going to turn it over to Tom and to give us a brief update of some of the training opportunities that are available.
Thanks. Mark, I'm about to hit a share screen request to you. If you could just let me share my screen, please.
Okay, I think I can hit the allow button. All right, do you have permission now?
I do, thank you. And I'll do that in just a moment. There we go. Can you all see a Lake Wyola flyer?
Yes. it's
Being a
lovely.
watershed
Yeah.
advocate for Lake Wyola, you probably saw this in your email. I believe Jennifer Wallace prepared it. And it talks about I'm just gonna make announcements basically, that on the August 10th and August 12th, there will be two separate events. August 10th is in person at the Lake Wyola Association Hall. And there will be activities, ice cream, there's gonna be a field walk down the road guided by a FERCog member. I think it'll be Tams and Flanders who shows up for also presenting a little bit too. But there'll be a few stations for people to visit, like something they call, I think, a river table or a stream table, indicating it's kind of a theoretical 6-foot model of a landscape and what happens when water goes through it in different ways for people to visualize. On August 12th, there's going to be a webinar informing people about the concerns of stormwater erosion generally, and then specifically for the Lake Wyola watershed, and kind of give a brief history to why the stormwater erosion task force was formed and how over the years it's been a topic. Jennifer asked me to remind everyone that these two events are part of the town applying for and receiving a direct technical assistance grant from FERCog. I think it's called the DLTA grant. And so that money is funding both of these activities. And the goal all around for everyone is to build capacity, knowledge, and partnership. And if you notice down at the bottom of the flyer, you can see the partnership. It's at this point a 3-way between the Shutesbury Lake Wyola Task Force and FERCog, and also the Lake Wyola Association, who's taking a really active part in making all of this happen. So I think that's all I need to say about it. It's probably pretty clear, unless there are questions.
Tom,
Oh,
what
and
is the field walk? Where are you guys walking? Just out of curiosity.
That is, I believe I read, going to be it said it's going to be on Shore Drive towards Pine. I don't know if they plan to go much more south than the
Okay.
intersection of
All
Shore
right.
and Pine. That's what I remember reading.
So it's a small walk.
Yeah, because they didn't want to take it anywhere where people couldn't walk to from the Lake Wyola Association Hall for
Yep,
like a
got it.
15-minute demonstration. There'll be a culvert, there'll be a few other things to look at and just
Okay,
see.
cool.
Tamsin's going to lead that part of the agenda on that day.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Any other questions? I received an email from Jennifer a couple days ago, and I will forward that on to all the committee members. I'm assuming that the association will will do something with the website and do an email blast to their membership.
Yeah, they just made a small announcement at the end of their most recent email. I think it was yesterday, the LWA board, saying stay tuned, August 12th and 10th will be important dates, and they just gave a taste.
Okay. All right. Any other comments? Your suggestions? Okay, good. Thank you, Tom. Next item is item 9, which is just a follow-up on the wildfire management discussion. We had the presentation on wildfire management on Saturday, June 21st. There was 41 people signed up, only about 10 attended, and 4 of those were from my family. So I was a little disappointed after all the work we put into it that we didn't get a lot of traction. But the LWA is going to include this information on their website and the links. I've communicated with Lenny, and he's going to try to get it on the town website, it's on the news section, so that it's available for everybody in town to look at. we're expecting a follow-up email from Alex pretty soon with instructions on how to sign up for a home inspection where the DCR fireman will come out to your house and recommend things you can do to reduce the risk of damage to your house because of a potential wildfire. So really, I think it's now just trying to get the links out to everybody and a good communication strategy. Any comments or suggestions?
We don't have any way of knowing how many people looked at the online version, do they?
I don't know if the online version has been distributed to everybody yet.
Okay.
I've seen it and
I've seen it too. I mean, that's how I've watched it, and I'm just wondering if there was more traction there. So
yeah, it could very well be. Now, how did you get it? Did you get it?
I had it in, I was sent to me in multiple emails.
Okay. Was that me who sent them or was it?
Maybe you. I think I got it from Art. I might have got it from Lenny.
I got a, did anybody else get a follow-up email from Alex on June 30th?
I might have gotten
He
that.
sent it. That had a YouTube link to the recording. Is that what you're talking about? The video
Yeah,
recording?
yeah.
Did you sign up
Yeah.
for the meeting, Tom?
I had signed up previously. I never received a Zoom link. And so I wanted to come in person anyway. So I came in person to the
Okay.
event. And then Alex followed up with that recording and a summary of the meeting. But then in his email on June 30th, he said he'll also be following up with a sign-up sheet soon for individual home assessments.
Yep,
So
I did
I
get
have not
that,
received
Tom.
that yet
I did
from
get that.
him. Yeah, I don't think he sent that out yet, the
Okay.
sign-up sheet.
So anyhow, my point, Mark, is I know you were disappointed, but I think the point of the whole discussion was to get the awareness out there, and I think it's clearly you accomplished that. So we accomplished that. So I think that's something you can hang your hat on.
Well, thank you, Dave. All right, so I will send another note to the web committee, Shutesbury Web Committee, and to if it's okay with everybody, I'll send a note to Shutesbury Web Committee and to Lenny to see if we can get it on the town website. This is really a townwide issue. And I've already sent a note to Art to see if we can get it on the Lake Wyola Association website, especially before or especially to announce about the home inspections, which I think is a critical element. Oh, also, I did talk to Lenny, and they are working on an emergency evacuation plan with the state emergency management team. So Lenny's working with us at the state level to come up with an evacuation plan for the lake region, which is a very positive activity.
And that was another goal out of this.
Yep.
So another thing that it's going moving forward. I would suggest that next spring we revisit the issue. I mean, one of the things we did have work against us was it was extremely wet and rainy, and it had been dry, and there had been fires everywhere. You know, people would have been all over this like flies on you know what, but that's not how it worked out. So circle back to it, Mark. I think next spring.
Sounds good. Well,
Okay.
hopefully we'll close the loop and get the stuff on the websites
Yep.
and then and get the local home inspections available. Because I'm interested in that myself. And so we'll keep it going. And I'll follow up with an evacuation plan. All right. Anything else about the Firewise presentations? Okay. Next item on the agenda is number 10. We're still in good shape and time here. It's update on Beaver Dam management at the Lakeview Road culvert. We sent a note out to town administrator to see what the status of that. Basically, there's a beaver dam physically at the culvert, creating a hazard to the culvert and to the road. And so the thought was to hire a company called Beaver Solutions to come in and just remove the dam. I mean, the dams upstream are fine and good and no problems. But if the culvert becomes part of a dam, a culvert is not designed to be a dam. And if that there's if the culvert becomes damaged, we lose access to that road. It becomes kind of a significant issue for for people going down Lakeview. I haven't heard back if anything's been done. Has anybody else? Catherine, no?
I
Howard,
am
no?
not.
Any recommendations?
Who was supposed to be contacting the company, Mark?
Haley.
Follow-up email to Haley?
I prefer if it doesn't come from me because sometimes, I think some of my emails go into the trash receptacle pretty quickly. So maybe if someone else, maybe Eric, could you follow up with Haley? Would that
Yeah,
make-
I can ask her, yeah.
That'd be appreciated. We're an advisory group. We have no real authority to push things, so we just ask.
Okay.
All right. Anything else about the beaver dams? Beaver dam, singular. Okay. Item 11, anything we didn't anticipate? Okay. I think we should, before we close, we should circle back to Tom's original discussion on who's going to chair the committee. I'll open the discussion to the
I believe
committee.
Tom nominated you, so I'll second it.
Discussion?
We're all in favor of you.
I think
Roll call vote?
I think we're supposed to vote on this stuff. yeah.
Yes.
So yes for David, Eric,
Yes, we see.
Bob,
Yes.
Tom,
Yes, please.
yeah, Catherine,
Yes.
John,
Yes.
Walter,
Yes.
Howard,
Yes.
and Mark, no.
Thank
I'm kidding. No, I'll be glad to share again.
you, Mark.
You're welcome. We're at 10 minutes ahead of schedule, which is excellent.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Catherine seconded.
Okay. I assume we're all in favor of it.
Boom.
Oh,
Aye.
Thank you,
Oh, Bob
everyone.
has a question.
Bob has a
Bob, go on.
question.
I'm sorry, Bob, go on.
Yeah, sir. So I just wanted to apologize. I'm in New York City for a long anticipated trip, so I wasn't able to make it today. I do hope to attend the future meetings. Thank you for having me on CyberWise. And I very likely will be reaching out to you individually just to kind of get catch up to speed on the pond. So pleasure to be on the committee. Great to see you all, and I'll see you next time.
Yep. Thanks, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Same
See you
here.
guys next month.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
All right, so I'm gonna end the meeting now. See you next month.